What's your message in general as far as drug driving?
So one of the things that's really important to us is to increase awareness around the magnitude that drug driving has for individuals, families, and communities. You know, this nation has really done a great job at increasing awareness and driving down drunk driving rates. But part of our work today, and in collaboration with RADD, with Nationwide, with Ford, with our other state and local partners, is to really increase the awareness around the magnitude that drug driving has and the consequences related to it, and really help develop both federal, state, and local solutions to the problem. So, you know, the issue of drug driving is one of our priorities for our national drug control strategy, and I think, you know, we continue to see more and more information and programs and services directed at the issue of drug driving.
Well, you indicated during your comments that it's almost like a perception that it's not a problem.
You know, I think that's one of the issues, whether it's prescribed medication or illegal drugs like marijuana, that there is this perception that it doesn't impact people's driving behavior. And in some, you know, some of the misinformation out there is that actually things like marijuana use and driving is safer than driving under the influence of alcohol, and the data clearly don't support that. So it's our job, in conjunction with, you know, our other federal partners, in conjunction with state and local public health and public safety, in partnership with organizations like Nationwide and Ford, to really help promote awareness and to really help increasing the understanding, particularly with youth and young adults, on the impact that drug driving has on probability for crashes and for other public health harms.
And when you talk about drug driving, we commonly talk about marijuana, but this is much broader than that. Is that accurate?
Sure, yeah. I mean, there are a whole host of medications, both drugs, both legal medications and illegal drugs, that have an impact. So we really want to kind of increase the awareness and understanding that all of these drugs have a negative impact on people's ability to drive.
Now, I know ONDCP has also created a toolkit. What's that about?
Sure. So the toolkit that we've developed, you know, we really understand and appreciate that much of the work and much of the education has to happen on the local level. So we really try to support and give local groups, parents, law enforcement, the tools that they need to help enforce the laws, but also to help increase awareness and raise the issues that drug driving, that taking drugs does impair people's driving, and that they really need to have better tools to be able to raise awareness around this issue.
And then with this conference here, the summit here, being focused on teens, it sounds like that's a key area of concern for ONDCP, for RADD, for this whole effort.
You know, obviously focusing on youth and young adults is a particularly important area, and when you look at the data, that we know that, you know, young adults are more inclined to have crashes, and particularly fatal crashes in general. And clearly, you know, the intersection of both youth driving as well as drug driving just magnifies the potential for people to be involved in a car crash, and particularly a fatal car crash. So, you know, that's why I think our focus has been really on youth prevention, youth awareness efforts. Part of, I think, the focus of this conference has been to involve youth in those conversations. Sure. So, you know, youth and kind of peer-to-peer communication plays really a key role in getting those messages out. So really happy today to be joined by a number of youth, both here in Ohio and around the country, who've really been helping with those efforts.
And then finally, you talk about the youth and the youth peer-to-peer important. Parents play a role here too. What should parents be doing in this?
Sure. So, you know, parents play a pivotal role around providing kind of good information to their kids, as well as setting clear expectations around what is expected behavior on their part. You know, from our standpoint, parents are probably the best prevention program that we have. Yeah. And, you know, really giving parents the tools to have those kinds of conversations, to set expectations around their kids' behaviors, particularly as it relates to driving, is really, really important. So, you know, I think the takeaway from today is that everybody has a role to play. Yeah. Federal have a role to play. Parents, law enforcement, public health has a role to play. And we know that, you know, when we really look at those combined collaborative efforts, that we really can make significant progress.